Ever wonder what it's like to hand over the keys to a legacy? For Mark Hamill, that moment has arrived. And after decades embodying the iconic Luke Skywalker, he's watching a new generation take flight in a galaxy far, far away. Before we dive in, please subscribe and hit the like button if you enjoy our content. Hamill recently shared his perspective on the upcoming Star Wars film Starfighter and its star, Ryan Gosling. He admitted he has no advice to offer the new cast. Um, he feels they're already doing incredibly well and that it's time for him to step aside and let the future unfold. He fondly remembers the early days of Star Wars when George Lucas called it the most expensive, low budget movie ever made. It was a humble beginning, and no one could have predicted the cultural phenomenon it would become. But Hamill is grateful for his time and believes the focus should now be on new characters and stories. And he clarified that it's not that he's retired from Star Wars, but rather that Star Wars has seemingly retired him. He jokingly wondered what more could be done with a Force Ghost, even dreaming of conversations with the late Alec Guinness. Um, a whole movie in the Force Ghost realm sounds amazing, doesn't it? And Hamill's Luke Skywalker made a triumphant return in 2015's The Force Awakens, with his role expanding in The Last Jedi. While Luke ultimately met his end in the latter film, he briefly appeared as a Force ghost in The Rise of Skywalker. The character was later resurrected for Disney Plus's The Mandalorian, utilizing deepfake technology and Hamill's voice and performance capture work. However, he's hesitant to continue down that path, suggesting that new stories don't necessarily need to revisit the past. And Lucasfilm president Kathleen Kennedy has also expressed caution about recasting iconic roles, acknowledging the mistake made with the Solo film. And so it seems the company has learned a valuable lesson about respecting the legacy of its original stars. Um, the future of Star Wars is bright, with new stories focusing on Rey, Din Djarin, Grogu, and a film set 25,000 years before A New Hope. Director Sean Levy's Starfighter will also carve its own path, existing as a standalone adventure 5 years after the events of the sequel trilogy. Levy doesn't want to retread old ground or serve as a stepping stone for other films. He's committed to delivering a unique Star Wars experience with Gosling at the helm and without input from the Skywalker lineage. And so it seems Mark Hamill is content to pass the lightsaber, knowing the galaxy is in capable hands. Speaking of hands, what do you call a Jedi with no body? No body. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.